Babangida at 85, Tinubu hails former military president's contributions to Nigeria. Thank you for joining us here on the news. President Bola Tinubu has congratulated former military president General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida on his 85th birthday, describing him as an outstanding leader whose time in office left enduring marks on Nigeria's political, economic, and geographic landscape. Babangida, who governed Nigeria from 1985 to 1983, clocked 85 on Monday, August 17. In a birthday message issued by his special advisor on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, the president said Babangida's contribution to national development had secured him an indelible place in Nigeria's history. The president acknowledged the former military leader's influence on Nigeria's political and economic development, as well as his role in shaping the country's geographical and institutional structure. Tinubu said Babangida's administration established several institutions and infrastructure projects that have continued to play roles in national development. The president also noted that Babangida's foresight, wisdom, and sense of equity contributed to the development of the federation. Tinubu wished the former military president good health and continued strength as he marks his 85th birthday. Let's turn to Osun State now, where former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Aminu Waziri Tambuwal, has congratulated Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke on his re-election, describing the outcome of the governorship election as a victory for democracy and the people of the state. In a statement posted on his X handle, Tambuwal said the election had provided the people of Osun another opportunity to exercise their constitutional rights to choose their leaders. He said that Adeleke's victory was not simply a personal political achievement, but a demonstration of the strength of democratic participation. We're taking a break here on News Time here on Skyline News. We'll return with the rest of the story shortly. Do stay with us.
Watch Skyline News on MyComSat and Free TV. Stay connected wherever you are by streaming us live on the Free TV app, available for both iOS and Android devices via the App Store and Google Play. Follow us on all our social media platforms at Skyline TV News for breaking news, updates, and exclusive content. For more information, visit www.skylinetv.ng. Skyline News, beyond the headlines.
Thank you for staying with us, everyone. A former Kano State governor in 2027 Nigeria Democratic Congress NDC vice presidential candidate Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso has encouraged his followers to stay steadfast, so believing that 2027 will pan out in the interests of the party. We apologize for a technical glitch with our news broadcast. We'll take a break. We'll return shortly. Please stay with us. Thank you so very much for your understanding. Let's return to our earlier story now, where former Kano State Governor and 2027 Nigeria Democratic Congress Vice Presidential candidate Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso has defended his decision to pair with Peter Obi ahead of next year's presidential election. Kwankwaso says the decision was driven by national interests, equity, and the need for political change.
Kwankwaso made the comments while reflecting on the political fortunes of former members of his political families who have fallen out with him. The former governor said his political partnership with Peter Obi was based on what he described as broader national considerations. He also spoke about former Kano governors Ibrahim Shekaro and Abdullahi Ganduje, as well as incumbent governor Abba Yusuf. Kwankwaso described the former political allies as having lost their political relevance in the state. His comments came as political parties and political actors continues preparation and realignment ahead of the 2027 general elections. The emerging aliens are expected to shape the political context as politicians across the country continue to position themselves ahead of the elections. Nafisa Baba, Skyline TV News.
Edo State Governor Senator Monday Okpebholo has called for unity, transparency, and teamwork following the emergence of a new leadership at the Edo State House of Assembly. The appeal came as newly elected Speaker Yakini Idiaye Oisai-Moje paid a courtesy visit to the governor at the government house in Benin City. Moreno Haniel now reports.
A new leadership is taking shape at Edo State House of Assembly, and Governor Monday Okpebholo says its success will depend on unity and responsible leadership. Receiving Speaker Yekini Idaye Osaye-Moje at Government House, the governor urged lawmakers to resolve disagreements through dialogue and remain accountable to the people they represent.
Let me first of all welcome all of you. It's a new leadership. You are not just assuming office to be just an ordinary speaker. You should know that you are now carrying shoulders of many people. And you have to be transparent with your colleagues. You have to carry everybody along.
The new speaker assured the governor that the assembly will work to strengthen stability within the legislature while supporting policies that promote development across the state.
We are here this afternoon to formally introduce the new leadership of the Edo State House Assembly and other members to you, sir. And to inform you, sir, that with this new leadership, we are ready to stabilize the House and to ensure that we give you the maximum support, because we are all proud of you. You are doing well, and the only way you can continue to do well is to have the support of the House, which we are ready any day, any time.
Oisai-Moje's emergence follows the resignation of former Speaker Blessing Agbebaku, who said he stepped down in the interest of peace and the state. With the new leadership now in place, attention turns to how the Assembly and the Executive will work together to advance governance in Edo State. Moreno Haniel, Skyline News.
Many thanks to you, Moreno. Our former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai has filed a fresh 10 billion naira fundamental rights suit against the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission (ICPC) over what he described as the denial of access to his wife and son while in custody. For more on this story, here is Nafisa Baba with details.
The suit marked FHC/ABJ/CS/1852/2026 was filed at the Federal High Court in Abuja on August 13. El-Rufai alleged that the ICPC prevented his wife Aishatu Asabi and his son Abba El-Rufai from visiting him. The former governor, through his lawyer Ubong Akpan, also joined the ICPC chairman and the Attorney General of the Federation as the second and third defendants. El-Rufai is seeking 9 release from the courts. Among them is a declaration that his fundamental rights guaranteed under Part 4 of the 1999 Constitution remain enforceable despite his detention. The case adds another legal dimension to the former governor's ongoing dealing with anti-corruption authorities. Nafisa Baba, Skyline TV News.
Well, thank you for staying with us. Primate Elijah Ayodele, leader of the INRR Evangelical Spiritual Church, has warned Nigerians, particularly young people, against committing violence or risking their lives for politicians. The cleric says political actors often use supporters during elections and abandon them after the political contest. Again, let's join Nafisa Baba for more.
Ayodele issued the warning in a video shared on TikTok while speaking about political rivalry and election-related violence in Nigeria. He urged Nigerians not to allow politicians to manipulate them into fighting or killing one another because of political difference. According to the cleric, political opponents who appear to be bitter rivals during election can sometimes reconcile after the polls, leaving supporters to face the consequences of the conflict. Ayodele particularly warned young people against allowing political loyalty to become a reason to risk their lives. He urged Nigerians to recognize that political disagreement should not destroy relationships, communities, or lives. His warning comes as the political parties and their supporters continue to prepare for the 2027 general election. Nafisa Baba, Skyline TV News.
Residents and motorists in parts of Abuja were left stranded after heavy rainfall triggered flash floods across several communities in the Federal Capital Territory. Several roads and access points were affected, disrupting movement and damaging vehicles and property. Again, here are details of that report.
Areas affected included Wusetu, Adetukombo, Ademola Crescent, the vicinity of Delight Event Center in Gudu and Efab Estate in Lokogoma. The bridge linking Gadua and Dromi was also inundated, leaving motorists stranded and disrupting movement between the two communities. Several vehicles were submerged or damaged by the flood waters. Some businesses in the affected areas were also forced to temporarily shut down as residents struggled to protect their homes, shops, and belongings. The incident has renewed concerns about drainage, infrastructure, and the ability of some parts of the nation's capital to cope with heavy rainfall. Nafisa Baba, Skyline TV News.
The federal government says more than 4,000 abandoned mine pits across Plateau State have been identified as potential sites for new investments in energy, tourism, and fisheries. Our correspondent Oyiza Daneka has more.
The Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dele Alake, said the government was seeking private investors to partner with it in transforming the abandoned pits from dangerous sites into productive economic assets. Alake spoke following the collapse of an abandoned tin mine pit at Kasa in Barkinladi local government area of Plateau State. 7 people were killed in the incident. The government says rehabilitating the abandoned mining site could address safety concerns while also creating new opportunities for economic development. Oiza Daneka, Skyline TV News.
The paramount ruler of Akure Kingdom, Oba Alade Toyibo Ogunlade, has ordered the temporary closure of major markets across Akure, the state's capital, as part of activities marking the 2026 Arigbe and Amole festivals. The closure affects markets, stores, and shops across the city on August 17 and September 1. The palace said registered pharmacies would be permitted to operate, but patent medicine stores wouldn't be covered by the exemption. It also clarified that human and vehicular movement within Akure would not be restricted during the festival days. Let's take a look at business quickly. Oil prices have risen as uncertainty surrounding diplomatic efforts to resolve the Middle East conflict continues to influence the global energy market. Brent crude is trading close to $90 a barrel as investors monitor possible disruptions to crude supplies. Oyiza Daneka has more.
Brent crude futures rose 34 cents or 0.38% to $88.86 a barrel, while U.S. West Texas Intermediate gained 4 cents to $82.44. Both benchmarks gained more than 5% last week following attacks on tankers and energy infrastructure. Analysts say prices could move substantially higher if crude supplies through the Strait of Hormuz are significantly disrupted or if the Bab el-Mandeb Strait is closed. Traders are currently weighing the risk of deeper supply disruption through the possibility of a diplomatic resolution that could restore normal shipping through the region. Oizadan Eka, Skyline TV News.
Thank you, Oyiza. The federal government has formally asked the International Air Transport Association, IATA, to review the three-letter code assigned to Usubi Airport in Delta State. Aviation and Aerospace Development Minister Festus Kayamo wants the existing code to key RW exchanged to better reflect the airport's official name and geographical location. The airport is physically located in Osubi town near Warri and carries the four-letter ICAO location indicator DNSU. The government says the present code can create confusion because the facility is often referred to as Warri Airport. Kayamo noted that accurate airport identification is important because the three-letter codes are used on tickets, baggage tags, boarding passes, and international reservation platforms. And now to sport. Liverpool legend Jamie Carragher says Manchester United manager Michael Carrick can help stabilize the club but does not expect him to lead the team to Premier League or Champions League glory. Carrick guided United to third place last season and secured Champions League qualification. The manager has strengthened his midfield ahead of the new campaign, while Marcus Rashford could remain at Old Trafford as part of Carrick's plans. Now to entertainment. Ferrari's first ever production electric car, the Luz, has sold for $14 million at auction in Montreal, California. The 2026 Ferrari Luz tailor-made was sold at an RM Salt-based auction. Ferrari described the vehicle as a unique opportunity to acquire the first production model of its Luz program. The company says proceeds from the sale will support future educational initiatives through the Ferrari Foundation. Sounds quite brilliant. Nigeria content creator Pella is celebrating another major milestone after receiving a brand new Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon as a gift. The luxury vehicle, reportedly worth about 300 million naira, was presented to the social media star by a prominent online gifter and investor, Mansa. Pella, who recently made headlines following his wedding to fellow content creator Jarvis, shared his excitement over the surprise gift online. The extravagant gesture has since generated reactions across social media, with fans discussing the growing culture of expensive gifts among Nigeria's top content creators. International music star Akon has been drawn back into conversations surrounding the long-running feud between Nigerian music duo P-Square. Resurfaced comments from the Senegalese-American singer have renewed interest in the relationship between brothers Peter and Paul Okoye, who have had several public fallouts over the years. Akon has previously spoken about his interactions with the duo, recalling and noticing a tension between the brothers during their years at the height of their success. The renewed attention now comes as fans continue to debate the history of one of Africa's most successful musical partnerships. On the foreign scene, thousands of people displaced by a powerful earthquake in eastern Indonesia are awaiting assistance as they shelter in schools, police stations, and government offices. The 7.7 magnitude earthquake reportedly killed 54 people, injuring more than 100. Authorities say about 12,000 people are unable to return to their homes across several communities on Flores Island. Residents have been sleeping outdoors because of fears of further tremors, with more than 1,600 aftershocks reported. U.S. President Donald Trump said the United States will substantially reduce joint military exercises with South Korea. Trump cited his relationship with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un in explaining the decision. He also said South Korea recently declined a U.S. proposal concerning the denuclearization of Iran. Trump argued that the exercises were costly and sent what he described as an inappropriate and hostile signal. 6 people have been killed and 4 others injured in Ukrainian missile strikes on Russia's Belgorod region and that's according to Russian officials. The strikes came a day after Moscow reported what it called the largest scale Ukrainian attack of the year. Russian attacks on Ukraine have also reportedly killed at least 7 people, injuring more than 39. The war has continued since Russia launched its full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February of 2022. A cholera outbreak is spreading across northern Cameroon, with more than 1,000 cases and 28 deaths reported since mid-July. Health authorities are now coordinating a response across several districts, including Fotokol, Mada, Makri, and Kolofata. At the Mora treatment center, medical workers are receiving new suspected and confirmed cases each day. Doctors Without Borders is supporting the response as health authorities work to contain the outbreak and prevent further spread. And that's our news here on Skyline tonight. Thank you for watching. On behalf of my colleagues who have made this broadcast possible, I'm Muya Gumofwegbe, appreciating you for your time.
You can watch Skyline News on Night Comsat and Free TV. Stay